Look at your nose right now. You see it, right? Watch this. In 5 seconds, your brain will delete it from existence, even though your eyes never stop detecting it. That vanishing act is just glitch number 10. Your brain is running 10 hidden operations right now, and number 1 will prove you're not even one person. Here's what your consciousness has been hiding from you. Point 10, the deletion protocol. Touch your nose. Now you see it. But your brain erased it from your awareness before you touched it. Both eyes detect your nose constantly, but your brain treats it like spam and hits delete. This is selective attention, your brain's biological filter. Every second, your eyes capture millions of bits of information. Your conscious mind processes maybe 40 bits. The rest gets erased before you know it existed. Harvard radiologists, experts who detect tiny tumors for a living, missed a gorilla inserted into a lung CT scan, 48 times bigger than a cancer nodule. 83% never saw it. Eye tracking cameras proved they looked right at it. Their brains erased it from existence. These are doctors trained to find cancer, and they can't see a gorilla doing the Macarena in someone's chest. But number 9 reveals something stranger about what fills those deleted spaces. Point 9, reality Photoshop. Close your left eye, look at something with your right, and slowly move an object across your vision. At one point, it'll vanish. You just found your blind spot, where your optic nerve connects. Your brain doesn't show you a black hole. It invents information to fill the gap, like Photoshop's content-aware fill on autopilot. See a pattern? Your brain extends it. See a color? Your brain paints over the void. Your blind spot is huge, roughly 9 full moons in your visual field. King Charles II aimed his blind spot at prisoners' heads to visually decapitate them before executions, for fun, because apparently regular executions weren't entertaining enough for royalty. You're walking around with 2 massive holes in your vision, and your brain lies about what's there. The invisible gorilla? Your brain deleted it. The blind spot? Your brain invents what should be there. But number 8 shows you're not even seeing the present. Point 8, time manipulation. Stare at any clock with a second hand. That first second freezes, lasting longer than it should. Your brain literally stops time to hide its glitches. Every time your eyes move, they create a blurry mess. You make these movements called saccades, about 3 times per second. Your brain shuts off vision during the jump, then backdates the image after your eyes stop, creating a false memory you saw it the whole time. Try this. Look in a mirror and watch your eyes move left to right. You can't. You'll never see your own eyes move because your brain blacks out during movement. But watch someone else's eyes. You'll see it perfectly. Creepy? Your brain thinks so too. That's why it hides it. Your brain predicts what should be there during the blackout and shows you that instead, baseball players hitting 100 miles per hour fastballs aren't reacting to what they see. They're swinging at where their brain predicts the ball will be. And that's your brain's prediction engine having a bad day. Remember the deletion from number 10 and the invented reality from number 9. Number 8 reveals those aren't even happening in real time. But number 7 shows how your brain uses these tricks to completely change your past. Point 7, memory contamination. Think about your favorite childhood memory right now. You just changed it forever. Every time you remember something, your brain rebuilds it from scratch, and your current emotions contaminate the reconstruction. When you recall a memory, it enters an unstable state called reconsolidation. Your mood right now gets woven into the past. Recent experiences blend in, then your brain saves this edited version as the new truth. Scientists proved this with a memory-blocking drug. People recalled trauma, then the memory vanished. Not suppressed, deleted. It couldn't resave after being opened. Your brain is basically running Windows 95 with your memories. This is why eyewitness testimony fails spectacularly. Every recall unconsciously edits the memory. By the time they testify, they're remembering the memory of the memory. Studies show people develop vivid memories of events that never happened, just from repeatedly imagining them. That perfect birthday party you cherish might have been mediocre. Your brain from number 10 deleted most of the actual day. Number 9 filled gaps with invention. Number 8 showed you predictions. And number 7 reveals you've been editing what remained every time you remembered it. But number 6 shows you can be tricked into feeling someone else's body as your own. Point 6, body ownership glitch. Scientists can make you feel like a rubber hand is yours in 30 seconds. They hide your real hand, place a rubber hand in view, then stroke both simultaneously. Your brain, watching the rubber hand being touched while feeling the sensation, decides it must be yours. Congrats, your brain just adopted a fake hand faster than most people adopt a houseplant. This is the rubber hand illusion. Your brain uses vision, touch, and proprioception to determine what's you. But when vision and touch sync up, your brain abandons proprioception. The rubber hand feels real. Your actual hand feels distant. Like that friend who only texts when they need something. Vibrate the tendons in your arm, confusing your muscle sense, and you're even more likely to adopt the rubber hand. Your brain runs constant probability calculations. What are the odds this is mine? Mess with the inputs, and your brain will claim ownership of rubber, wood, even virtual avatars. Number 10 showed your brain deleting reality. Number 9 revealed it inventing what's missing. Number 6 proves it can't even reliably tell what's you. Number 5 reveals the brain does this with changes happening right in front of you. Point 5, change blindness. You're talking to someone at a counter. A worker carrying a door walks between you. When the door passes, you're talking to a completely different person. Half the people in this experiment never notice. The face, height, voice, everything changed. The guy could have grown a second head, and you'd still be ordering your coffee. This is change blindness, failing to notice major changes when something interrupts your vision. During that interruption, your brain assumes continuity. It doesn't recheck the scene. It fills in what should be there based on what was there before. Your brain is basically that friend who says, yeah, totally listening, while scrolling Instagram. People miss jet engines appearing on plane wings. They miss cars changing color. They miss furniture disappearing. The changes are obvious once pointed out, but during viewing, they're invisible. This combines with everything before. Number 10's deletion means you're not seeing most details. Number 9's invention means your brain makes up what's in blind spots. Number 8's time manipulation means you're seeing predictions. Number 7's memory contamination means you can't trust your recall. And number 5 shows even obvious changes can be invisible. But number 4 proves there's something you've been hearing wrong your entire life. Point 4, vocal delusion. That weird voice on recordings isn't the recording being wrong. That's what you actually sound like. Sorry about your podcast dreams. The rich voice in your head is a lie. When you speak, sound reaches your ears 2 ways. Externally through air, like everyone else hears, but also internally through your skull bones. Your jaw conducts vibrations directly into your inner ear, adding bass that doesn't exist in the air. Your brain mixes these signals, creating a voice nobody else has ever heard. This bone conduction makes you sound deeper to yourself than you actually sound to others. When you hear a recording, you're finally hearing what everyone else hears, the thinner, higher version that's been your real voice all along. Yes, you've been catfishing yourself. Professional singers struggle with this intensely. They train to produce a voice that sounds good in their head, then discover their audience hears something different. Some use bone conduction devices during training to hear themselves as others do. Even your inner monologue uses this false acoustic model. You've been thinking in a voice that doesn't exist outside your head. Number 4 shows even your voice is a construction. But number 3 reveals words themselves can completely break. Point 3, Semantic satiation. Say brain 30 times fast. It just became meaningless sounds, didn't it? This is semantic satiation. The neurons that generate the word's meaning get exhausted and stop firing. The word becomes exactly what it always was. Arbitrary mouth noises we agreed mean something. Meaning isn't stored in words. Your brain actively generates it every time, and that process can fatigue like a millennial's will to live. This happens as you read every sentence. Some words require more effort than others. Your brain worked harder on satiation than on the just now. You didn't notice because another part smoothed over the difficulty. Remember everything so far? Number 3 shows even language is actively constructed and can break. But number 2 reveals something that makes all of this more disturbing. Point 2, predictive reality. You're not experiencing the world. You're experiencing your brain's Netflix adaptation of the world, heavily edited and with a different ending. Your brain built a model of reality and shows you that model, only updating when prediction errors force corrections. This is predictive processing. Your brain generates expectations about what should happen next and suppresses any sensory input that matches. Only the surprises, the prediction errors, get processed. You're mostly seeing your expectations, not your senses. Visual illusions work because your brain's predictions override actual input. The dress that's blue, black, or white gold, your brain predicting different lighting. Motion after effects. Your motion prediction system temporarily recalibrated. This explains everything before it. Number 10's deletion, your brain predicting you don't need your nose. Number 9's blind spot filling, prediction extending patterns. Number 8's time manipulation, predictions backdated. Number 7's memory editing, current predictions overriding the original. Number 6, rubber hand, visual predictions overriding proprioception. Number 5's change blindness, predictions of continuity. Number 4's vocal illusion, predicted bone conduction. Number 3, semantic satiation, prediction generators fatiguing. You think you're perceiving reality and reacting. You're living inside a prediction, occasionally corrected by actual sensory input. But number 1 reveals the most disturbing truth. The you making these predictions might not even be one person. Point 1. Split consciousness. You are two people in one skull, and one constantly lies to cover for the other's decisions. Your brain's hemispheres are connected by the corpus callosum. When surgeons cut this to treat epilepsy, patients develop two independent minds sharing one head. Show a word to only their right eye, controlled by the left brain, they can say it. Show it to only their left eye, controlled by the right brain, they can't say it, but can draw it with their left hand. Two minds, one body. Here's where it gets horrifying. Researchers showed walk to a split-brain patient's right hemisphere. The patient stood and walked. When asked why, the verbal left brain, having no idea about the command, instantly fabricated, "I'm going to get a soda." Not confused, not uncertain, completely confident in its lie. This happens in your normal brain constantly. Your right hemisphere makes decisions based on pattern recognition and emotion. Your left hemisphere creates logical explanations after the decision is made. That gut feeling you rationalized? Your left brain making up a story for your right brain's choice. When you pick up your phone to check the time, but scroll for an hour, that's your left brain creating a cover story for your right brain's intention. You think you're one unified consciousness making decisions. You're two minds, one constantly narrating the other's behavior with made-up logic. It's like having a personal PR department that doesn't know what the CEO is doing, but keeps releasing confident press statements anyway. Everything from number 10 to number 2 showed your brain manipulating reality, deleting, inventing, time traveling, editing memories, confusing body boundaries, missing changes, distorting your voice, breaking language, and living in predictions. But number 1 reveals the deepest glitch. The you experiencing this isn't even unified. You're two consciousnesses, and the verbal one spends its existence explaining what the other does. Your brain has been deleting 90% of reality, filling blind spots with fiction, showing you predictions instead of the present, contaminating every memory, confusing what's even you, missing obvious changes, lying about your voice, exhausting meaning itself, and running as two separate minds, with one making up stories for the other. Right now, processing these words, all 10 glitches are happening simultaneously. You've never experienced reality. You've only experienced what your two brains agreed to tell you about it. And that's how spaghetti untangle the universe's most disturbing truths.